Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1 through 7. Guard your steps when you go to the house of God. To draw near to listen is better than to offer the sacrifices of fools, for they do not know that they are doing evil. Be not rash with your mouth, nor let your heart be hasty to utter a word before God, for God is in heaven and you are on earth. Therefore let your words be few. For a dream comes with much busyness, and a fool's voice with many words. When you vow a vow to God, do not delay paying it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay what you vow. It is better that you should not vow than that you should vow and not pay. Let not your mouth lead you into sin, and do not say before the messenger that it was a mistake. Why should God be angry at your voice and destroy the work of your hands? For when dreams increase and words grow many, there is vanity. But God is the one you must fear. In 1 Samuel chapter 15, we see King Saul not fully obeying God's command, and thus being rejected by God as a king of Israel. 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 22 and 23 says, And Samuel said, Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to listen than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of divination, and presumption is as iniquity and idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected you from being king. The word to obey in Hebrew is Shema, and this word is used also in today's passage. In verse 1, the teacher claims that it is better to listen than to offer sacrifices. Here the Hebrew word for listen is also Shema. What the teacher seems to address is what God spoke to King Saul when he did not listen and obey, and how important it is to listen to the Lord. The rest of today's passage talks about being not rash in speaking or making a vow. The wisdom is that one should reflect about what to say before saying them to God. In both the case of listening, Shema, or speaking and making vows, it is connected with the matter of the heart. The heart that is unwilling to obey and follow God's direction will make a vow and break them. But a heart that is set on pleasing God will fulfill the promises made unto the Lord. Today's passage, therefore, teaches us to reflect on the status of our hearts. Psalm 139, 23-24 says, Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. This is the prayer of David he lifted up unto the Lord as he desired to understand and follow God more in his life. As we meditate on today's passage, may our prayers be the prayer that David prayed and asked the Lord to lead us in the way everlasting.